survival, power, and one of nature's most advanced reproductive systems. A female kangaroo can pause pregnancy. Yes, she can carry 3 offspring at the same time, one developing, one waiting, and one already alive inside her pouch. This is not science fiction. This is kangaroo mating, one of the most extreme reproductive systems in the animal kingdom. In Australia's brutal wilderness, life does not happen by chance. It happens by design. In this documentary, you will discover how kangaroo reproduction works, why mating is violent, why timing controls life itself, and how evolution turned kangaroos into one of nature's greatest survivors. Australia is one of the harshest environments on Earth. Extreme heat, long droughts, limited water, and constant threats. Only animals with perfect adaptation survive here. Kangaroos did not just evolve strength. They evolved strategy. Kangaroo mating activity increases after rainfall, when grass grows, and food becomes available. This timing is critical. More food means stronger mothers, and a higher survival rate for newborns. As the breeding season begins, male kangaroos change. Testosterone levels rise, muscles grow larger, aggression increases, competition becomes inevitable. Male kangaroos do not attract females with displays. They earn mating rights through combat. When 2 dominant males meet, they rise upright, balancing on thick muscular tails. They grab each other with their forearms, trying to unbalance their opponent. Then come the kicks. A kangaroo's hind legs are among the most powerful weapons in the animal kingdom. One kick can break bones, or rupture internal organs. These fights are not symbolic. They are real. They cause serious injuries, and sometimes death. The strongest male remains. The weaker one retreats. If he survives, female kangaroos watch these fights closely. They do not interfere. They do not rush. They select mates based on dominance, size, and victory. This ensures the strongest genes are passed on. Once a dominant male approaches a receptive female, mating occurs quickly. There is no bonding, no emotional attachment, only instinct. Now the real miracle begins. Female kangaroos possess an extraordinary ability, known as embryonic diapause. After mating, an embryo may begin developing, or it may completely stop. If food is scarce, if danger is high, if drought dominates the land, the embryo enters a suspended state. Development pauses. The embryo remains alive, but inactive. This pause can last for months. The moment conditions improve, rain returns, vegetation grows, development resumes, as if time never passed. Here is one of nature's most shocking facts. A female kangaroo can manage 3 offspring simultaneously. 1 embryo paused in development, 1 fetus growing inside the womb, and 1 joey already living in the pouch. 3 lives. 3 stages, 1 mother. No artificial system can replicate this level of biological control. Kangaroo birth is one of the most extreme events in the mammal world. The newborn joey is incredibly small, blind, hairless, and weighs less than 1 gram. It cannot see, it cannot hear, it cannot regulate its body temperature. Yet it must survive. Immediately after birth, the joey begins an instinctive crawl. From the birth canal, across the mother's fur, into the pouch. No assistance, no guidance, pure instinct. Failure means death. Once inside the pouch, the joey attaches permanently to a nipple. At this stage, it cannot detach. It remains fused for weeks. Inside the pouch, the environment is warm, protected, and perfectly designed. The joey continues developing, growing organs, strengthening limbs, and forming fur. This stage lasts several months. Here is one of the most advanced adaptations in mammalian biology. A female kangaroo can produce different types of milk. At the same time, each nipple secretes milk, with a unique nutritional composition. Milk for a newborn joey is different from milk for an older one. Protein levels change, fat content adjusts, antibodies shift automatically. No learning, no conscious control, only evolution. Eventually, the joey begins leaving the pouch. At first, for seconds, then minutes, until it can move independently. Even then, it returns to the pouch when danger appears. Predators remain everywhere. Dingoes, large birds of prey, and human threats. Only the strongest survive. The role of males after mating. Male kangaroos play no parental role. Once mating ends, they leave. they return to competition, searching for the next opportunity. In the wild, efficiency matters more than care. Why kangaroos succeeded? Kangaroos dominate Australia because of three key advantages: strength, reproductive flexibility, and biological efficiency. They do not waste energy. They do not reproduce blindly. They wait, they adapt, they survive. Kangaroo mating is not beautiful, but it is brilliant. It is a system shaped by millions of years of evolution, perfected by survival pressure. No emotions, no mercy, only results. And that is why kangaroos remain one of nature's greatest success stories. If you enjoy deep wildlife documentaries, real animal behavior, and nature without myths, subscribe to the channel, because the natural world is far more intelligent and far more brutal than most people ever imagine.